Ads will not save you. You have to have a unique mechanism that would sell to cold traffic. So if someone didn't know you from a bar of soap and your offer was good and cut through the noise and you could convey the value in the offer, it would entice them to book a call or find out more information. But if you have a weak offer or a weak unique mechanism, you're just throwing money into the ether and nothing is going to land. Ads are the thing that can kind of take you from like a low 6-figure business to 7 figures and 8 figures. They will not save a bad strategy. They'll scale a good one. Welcome to episode 94 of the Success School podcast. Today we're talking about a step-by-step process on how we sign 15 or more clients every month. We're going to give you guys that in a strategic format today on the podcast. Steph, how are you feeling?
Feeling very zen, actually, Tim.
Say more.
I think because I have recently, you know this because you're like, please get help more often than you do.
Yeah. She's taken off her straitjacket and we're here. She's out of the mental institution. Tell us why you're very zen.
I'm a pretty emotional.
This is new to me.
Because I haven't seen it.
First time, yeah.
So I was recently listening to a podcast and a guy called Brian Mark who, I don't know, I just love his energy, love his vibe. And he was like saying that he gets regular. He was like, I just got off a session with my hypnotherapist. And I was like, hypnotherapy has been really powerful for me. The few times that I've experienced it, I've had really profound shifts. It's really helped me as a mode of therapy. And so I just recently bought a pack of 6 very amazing but very expensive hypno sessions to just help me continually stay regulated. So for the next 6 months, every month, I'm going to do a hypno session. And I think that they're helping. I actually really think they're helping. And let me tell you what they're helping with. If anyone's listening, they're like, oh, yeah, okay, but what exactly? We've done a lot of different types. I've personally done a lot of different types of therapy. Had some pretty traumatic stuff happen in my life and in my childhood and some pretty deep-seated fears. And so there's a lot of stuff that, you know, I've done NLP, I've done timeline, I've done psychology, I've had counselors, I've done a lot of different stuff. And so
Psych ward, grey lamp.
medicated.
Yeah.
So I've done quite a lot of different stuff, but there was some really deep-seated fears that just no matter how much I tried to work at them, they just weren't going away. And hypnotherapy has been the thing that I think has finally thwarted for the most part. And I'm not saying they're never going to come back, but has finally gotten rid of some of the biggest ones. So some of my biggest wounds are around money. I haven't felt those feelings for quite some time now. And
you're cured.
It's dangerously great. Like, I've been loving it.
Yeah, our credit card is getting smashed. Yeah, I can tell that you're
I have
loving
a freedom with money
it.
now.
You are fucking loving the Amex at the moment.
Yeah.
The sessions were so expensive, I had to start an OnlyFans to pay for it.
Is it Caravan and Tim with Tools with Tim?
Yeah, it's
OnlyFans?
Tim and G-strings.
Oh, God, I like that.
Well, speaking of uncomfortable things, like a G-string, I entered a shotgun competition.
This is a great one.
So I went there and I was first. So I was an hour early. And when you go first or you get there first, you sign up first, which means you shoot first. Little do you guys know, I've only ever shot 2 rounds in my life of a shotgun, and I've entered basically a professional shotgun shooting competition. So 30 guys show up, and there's actually one girl. So 29 guys, one girl. And they're all watching. It's like a grandstand behind me, and it's one of those skeet shooting ones where those things, like those clay things, fire out, and they fire out of like 6 positions.
And they say, pull.
And you say, pull, and then you've got like boom, boom, and you're obviously meant to destroy the clays. So what I did is I lifted my amazing, expensive, completely over the top shotgun, better than everyone else's. And I'm going to tell you why that is. I pulled the trigger and nothing happened. And the clay target hit the floor. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll go again. Pull, same thing. Couldn't get my gun to shoot. 6 attempts. So there's 6 clay things shooting out. I'm saying pull, pull, pull. Nothing is happening. I can't even get my gun to fire. That's how fucking silly this was.
Fiddling around with his gun.
Some old fella had to come up and show me how to use my shotgun in front of 30 other men. All the gear, no idea. I couldn't even get the safety off. It was crazy.
How many clay targets did you hit?
It took me 46 clay targets to get a shot on, and then I hit the last 4 in a row. So let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Are you proud of me?
Who was next to you?
What do you mean?
Who was I think you said that the Australian champion?
Oh, that was a different one. But yeah, I shot my other rifle next to Australian champion. And I'm talking bro did not miss. Like, he was like bullseye from however many distances. So professional. It was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I have to get a video of him. He's nuts.
It's my favorite. You learning how to shoot has been my favorite. So humbling.
So
in
humbling.
such a manly environment
so
as
bad.
well. Yeah, it's brilliant. It brings me joy. So
When end of the world happens, we're fucked.
yeah, we're so fucked.
Yeah,
like,
we're so
yeah.
All right, guys. So we're talking about how we signed 15 clients a month or more. You have to have this dialed in to have a consistent business selling high ticket. So we sell high ticket. 15 times a lot of money is a lot of money. So getting these dialed in before you go to start marketing, or you can improve what you're currently doing, will help you tremendously. Steph, how has the last couple of months been in business, and why do you think we've done so well?
Oh my God. The last few months of business has been the best few months we've ever had, to be honest.
The best.
The best. It's been the best. It feels so, I'll be really transparent and super honest. It feels so good. And the reason it feels so good is
I'm
because...
glad it feels good for you.
Yeah. It's been so nice.
Yeah.
No, but the reason it feels so good is because it felt so bad for so long before that.
Yeah.
And so I think, just to put this in perspective for anyone listening, like, guys, before the sun shines, it rains. And the bigger your business is, the longer it rains. Like,
Yeah.
it is sometimes very dark and very gloomy for a very long time while you're working out the systems to get to a new level. And so for us, we kind of, we hit whatever we hit, a lot of money, and it was awesome. And then you put the systems in place to stay at that level. And then eventually, those systems stop working, and or you outgrow them, you want to go to the next level, and you have to figure out how to get there. And that's what we've really been spending the last 18 months doing, is figuring out how do we break through to this next level, and putting stuff in place. But it's been cool.
So we're going to give you the kind of 5 dot points of what you need to know. Then we're going to go into step by step, and then we're going to tell you what not to do. So if your offer is vague, your calendar will be empty, full stop. And we're going to explain that in the step by step. But essentially, you've heard the outstanding offers or the amazing offers or the Hormozy offers or whatever it is, but your offer actually has to be good. You can't just be like, hey, I'm a business coach, we're going to help you make money. The offer has to be great. We're going to give you the foundations and the steps on how to do that in a minute. Steph, do you want to give us number 2?
Yeah. The delivery model must be able to get people results without burning you out, without needing you all of the time. This is something that we've really had to dial in personally. Tim and I are incredible coaches, and we can probably coach anyone to $1 million business if they're willing to do the work. I'm really confident that we could help them install all the systems. But the problem is that if you want to do that at scale, Tim and I can't be the bottleneck in helping somebody get a result. And so we did have to focus on really building out a system, building out processes, building out a curriculum for our clients that meant that they could get the stuff that's in our brains through the curriculum and actually implement it into their business without always needing to come to us. And the reason that matters is because if they're waiting on us, that means that we're the bottleneck in their business. We're slowing them down. We never want to be the reason why a client doesn't get results fast. And so you have to figure out how to bring your IP out and put it in a model that allows people to get results without needing you. That is the gift. Now, if you're there and there's support, amazing, but they shouldn't have to be on a call with you every single day to get a result.
Yeah. Point 3 is organic content or marketing works when your content speaks directly to the pain and desires of your prospect, not just posting for likes. It actually has to be substance-based content.
Absolutely. Number 4 here is that your long form content will turn the lurkers into buyers. So if you don't have a form of long form content, then you're not having a way for people to consistently connect with you. And they need to be able to connect with you much deeper than just your 20-second reel or your carousel post. So giving them a way to be able to consume your content in a long form format matters.
And the 5th is ads will not save you. They will not save a bad strategy. They'll scale a good one. So we're going to get into step by step. I'm going to ask Steph, we're going to talk about offers. So what makes a good offer? What do they need to have? And what is going to get someone to say, fuck yeah, let's do this?
Can I tell a story?
Yeah.
I think a story is a relevant example here. So today, I shared something on my stories about a client who joined our program 3 months ago. Jasmine, she's made $25,000 in the last 3 months. She has a really small audience. It's a one-to-one offer. She sold 3 clients, so it's a one-to-one high ticket offer. And one of our other clients messaged us and said, how has she done this? Like, I've only made $6,000 in the same time frame. Like, how has she made $25,000? And I haven't gone back to her, but I'm about to go back to her and say, because...
Well, now you hear it on the pod.
You're about to hear it. Because she has an offer that has a promise. It's not fluffy. It's got an outcome. It's got a time frame, and it's got enough of the support throughout that time frame, and it's specific. Okay. So Jasmine's offer, just so you guys know, is like she helps creatives to increase their prices and put really good delivery models behind their businesses so they stop burning out and they stop trading time for money. Okay. That's her business model. And she works with them really deeply to help them get that outcome. I think there's a promise of like add an extra X to your income. I think it's 100K in 90 days or something like that. It's an incredible offer. And that's why it's so easy to sign people into. It's specific. It's for creatives. It helps them to increase their prices and package their stuff up differently. It's hands-on. It's one-to-one. And there's an outcome with a money-back guarantee. The person who was messaging me and asking me about what she's doing different and why she hasn't had the same results, she's too scared to niche. She won't make an offer that's for a specific person. And she's worried about putting a promise on her offer that she's scared that she might not be able to deliver. And if you're sitting in that place, then your offer is going to fall into the category of being generic or fluffy. And I'm not saying that you have to make a big, bold, crazy promise like 100K in 90 days. It doesn't need to be like that, although I love that Jasmine backs herself to do it. It's awesome. It's sick. But I think that it does need to be something that they want, and it does need to be at least in the, like I've seen offers that have been like, we'll help you turn your construction business profits around and you'll have a plan within 90 days. So it's not saying that we'll turn it around within 90 days, but you'll have a plan within 90 days. Okay. So there are ways that you can do this that don't mean you have to promise the world, but they do need a specific outcome for a specific client.
So just in summary, you need a specific problem that you're solving, a specific person, and a specific process, and they have to be getting results. So gone are the days where you can't get results for people. You have to get results, and the offer has to be incredible. So the second way to do this is you need to build a delivery model that doesn't burn you out, but also gets them a result. I'll tell a story here. So our accelerator program, which is our brand new program, our guarantee is that we'll help you add an additional $10,000 a month to your business in 90 days. That is for coaches. And we have a step-by-step, no fluff, no BS curriculum called the Revenue Engine. We design your model, we design your offer, we go through lead generation systems, we give you sales systems, and then we tell you how to deliver so you get a result. What we did is we looked at everything we could possibly teach these people, and then we cut it down to only the most simple stuff that they need to get a result. And then we kind of said, how do we get them the support that they need, aka a one-on-one coach, without burning ourselves out? That's where we hired a client success manager, which has been incredible. So this business model gets them a result because literally the modules are so good and the bots are so good and the SOPs are so good that they don't actually need a coach to get a result, but they have a one-on-one coach on top of all of that. This business model is scalable for us because it's not me and Steph, so we're not burning out. So we're not running 2 programs coaching, 300 people. It's completely scalable for us. But the model and the offer actually gets results, which spoke to what Steph was talking about last time.
Absolutely. Number 3 for the step-by-step strategy of how we sign 15 new clients every single month is that we post content that makes people stop scrolling. And look, guys, we're by no means the perfect organic content creators, just by the way. Like, we're definitely not, going viral or any of those things. But you definitely know, whether it's organic or ads, we definitely know how to get people's attention. We do it in a couple of ways. One of the ways that we do it is, negative hooks. So posting pain point problems. So things like, here's why you are struggling to add 10K a month to your business right now. Here's why you're still fully booked and broke. Like things that are negative sometimes, but also speaking directly to their pain points, right? So pain point marketing is always going to be more attractive than desire-based marketing, okay? Pain point marketing is going to call out a very specific type of person, whereas desire-based marketing, like grow a 7-figure business, like everyone thinks they want that. So everyone's going to put their hands up for that, but only the pain point marketing is going to call out a specific type of person. So you're going to attract better quality people by speaking specifically to their pain points, okay? And the other thing that we do really well on our social media is we share a lot of proof and case studies. So even if we don't talk about the specific person, we will often share stories of clients that are getting results or questions that have been asked in our programs or ways that we've handled coaching questions and the kinds of results that you can expect in our program. We share that kind of content almost every single week and we share it daily on our stories. We're creating a lot of proof and a lot of trust. So we're speaking to their pain points and then we're showing them that we have a solution that definitely guarantees results. And we're sharing those results and sharing that proof of those results every single day.
So just in summary, guys, you need a no-brainer offer. You have to have a model that actually works and get results. You've got to post content or organic content. That's like the pillar of a brand. And then the fourth step-by-step is we're big on long form. So that can be writing, that can be YouTube, that can be podcast. For us, this is episode 94 of our podcast, which means we've been going for nearly 2 years now. Before that, Steph had a podcast with, I don't know how many, 150 episodes or something like that. I had a podcast with 300 episodes. People go back and listen to those. I'm not kidding. They go back and listen to my gym podcast. They listen to Steph's old podcast. They listen to every episode on the Success School podcast. They go through our YouTube. They go through our organic. And that's the thing that sells, guys. It's the time on brand. Okay. So the statistics on this is someone needs to consume 7 hours of your content to become a lifelong fan. I would say a lot of people that have joined either our accelerator program or our mastermind have listened to our podcast ad nauseum because long form does work.
Absolutely. Long form is the best. And Tim, the last point is on ads. Because you're the ads guy, I'm going to let you go through it.
Yeah. So ads is, without making this sound technical or tough or whatever it is, but you have to have a unique mechanism and offer a model, something that's really good that would sell to cold traffic. So if someone didn't know you from a bar of soap and your offer was good and cut through the noise and you could convey the value in the offer, it would entice them to book a call or find out more information. But if you have a weak offer or a weak unique mechanism or no process and no results, it's very hard to get results with ads. Otherwise, you're just throwing money into the ether and nothing is going to land. So in terms of ads, once you've got all that stuff dialed in, you can really throw some money on it and really turn it up. For us, we've got proof, we've got results, we've got a good website, our pixel's good, we've got the brand, we've got podcast, so we can start to invest in ads and these things work really well. Also, I know how to run ads, but ads are the thing that can kind of take you from a low 6-figure business to 7 figures and 8 figures. We probably know one person that's grown an actual 7-figure business and hasn't lied about it on organic only, but they spend 20 or 30 grand a month on organic only in terms of video editors, graphic designers, that kind of stuff. So, there are a bunch of people that say they're organic only and then they spend 30 grand on content, which, that's fine, but you could just do it cheaper on ads as well.
For sure. Just really quickly on that, let's just talk about when you say you need to have a unique offer, unique mechanism, that sort of thing. I'm conscious that not everyone here knows what that is. Here, everyone in the room with us today knows what that is. Talk me through what a good offer would be. I'm going to give an example first. A good offer on an ad, for example, to make it attractive to a cold audience versus something that's attractive to a warm audience. So give me an example of the two and how that would be.
Yeah. So I'm a CFO and I'll help you fix your cash flow in 6 weeks.
Cool.
Or I'll help you fix your cash flow issues. Or I'm a gym and we'll lose 4 kilos in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So result and time bound is really good. And then the secret sauce on this is you add a unique mechanism in. What that is just your special sauce on how you get a result.
Yeah.
Okay?
Versus an ad that's hey, we're a CrossFit gym and you can come do CrossFit classes. Or hey, I'm a CFO and I'll help you learn your numbers.
Yeah.
No one is going, unless they know, like, and trust you already. Again, very, very warm audience. They maybe would click that ad and go through. But otherwise, you guys, if you're running ads, you do need a specific outcome and a specific promise and a specific time frame. That's what's going to cut through.
Steph, do you want to take us through the first two on what not to do?
Don't run ads to a cold funnel hoping that it's going to magically convert. And if they don't know who you are, and they've never heard of you in their life and they've never seen your face, then what's going to make them click through directly and book a call with your team? It can happen if everything is dialed and the offer is amazing. But for most people, 99.999% of people, you can't just run an ad to a cold audience and hope that you're going to get clients. That's just not how it works. The second thing not to do is not to talk about a vague transformation without proof or specifics. So if you're going to say vague stuff online, I help you get strong or I'll help you grow your business, first of all, it's not going to cut through. Second of all, you need proof and specifics. So then you also can't say, I'm going to help you lose 3 kilos in 3 weeks if you've got no proof that you can do that, because then you're just another one of these people on the internet that's just making big, bold, scammy claims that they can't back up. So make sure that if you're running a new offer and you're getting something in the door like 3 kilos in 3 weeks, that you run it cheap and you get some proof and testimonials, and then make sure that you back up your transformations with that proof and those testimonials.
And the third what not to do is overthinking your funnel. And I see this quite often, and people will have like 2-step ad into a 2-step landing page with a 17-step email sequence. And then once they get to the 6th step on the email sequence, then they'll have the option to book a call. If they hit an A sequence on the B series of the D series, then they can book a call with me. No, guys. Give them an opportunity to book a strategy session with you. Get on the phone, ask them their pain points, ask them about their problems, offer the solution, sell them. Okay. Yeah. Very simple. Keep your funnel very simple. We want a landing page that is very brutally simple. And the 4th, what not to do is post educational only content. Social media is and can be a little bit boring. Social media is more about brand edutainment, entertainment, fun, memes. I think the days of educational content on social media are dead and people aren't really attracted to it anymore. So we're going to get into our listener question. And this question is from Jen. What's the best lead generation tool for getting the highest quality leads? She wants the double whammy.
Yeah. So I thought it was really interesting that the way she asked this question. What's the best lead generation tool for getting the highest quality leads? Interesting. I'm going to answer this differently to you, so I'm just going to say what I think. I think that I think you're asking the wrong question, personally. I think that you're asking for a tool. I think the tool is less relevant than the content. So if you want to get hyper-specific leads or high-quality leads, you need to speak to the kind of people that you're trying to attract. So for example, I'll give you an example. It's really easy to attract a lot of audience in the fitness nutrition space right now with just like, here's how to like drop your cortisol levels, like really like kind of generic content like that. But if you want to call out high quality leads, you would want to be speaking specifically to the ones that you want to work with. So rather than like dropping your cortisol levels can happen from anywhere from 20 up to 60. But you, in this example, let's say that you want to work with women with a lot of money, they have excess cash flow, they're more committed. Maybe you want to work with women in their late 40s who have corporate jobs, right? So instead of, drop your cortisol levels, it's like I help women in their late 40s drop cortisol levels so that they can finally stop night snacking and lose those last 3 kilos. Okay. So you want to get really hyper specific on the person that you're speaking to, and that's going to start attracting those quality leads. If you don't speak directly to what they desire, what they want, and what outcomes you can get for them, or you don't actively call them out on social media or in ads, you're not going to attract them. So I think the answer for me is like you have to speak to them directly.
Yeah, I love that answer, and I fully agree with that. I had a bit of a debate with a client on this in terms of like the best tool. I still think it is Meta ads, and their argument was, no, my ideal client is on LinkedIn. They're way better people, but they're just people, and all people are on Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever it is. Meta has the biggest algorithm. They have the best ads platform. They have the most people. Every single consumer that you want to work with is probably 99% of the time going to be on Meta. That is the best tool. You just have to add in the stuff that Steph said about finding the right person and calling them out.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, guys, if you got some value from the show, please subscribe. We've loved having you on this episode. Next week, we are going to be talking about the 8 steps that stop you from growing your business.
It's a spicy one.
Spicy.
Spicy.
See you then.